Welcome. Enjoy and please subscribe. I was going to start the Shadow of Ravan storyline, make my way to Rishi and finish leveling to 60, but then realized I had run out of experience boosts. Leveling with 12 times class story experience, you would typically get one complimentary minor experience boost for completing the class story missions on each planet and a complimentary major experience boost for completing each chapter. If you are in a rush to level and you skip through conversations that should be plenty, in fact you will probably have spares by the time you reach the level cap. Then if you have been doing something more similar to me and enjoyed watching the conversations, maybe taken the occasional detour, you might find yourselves in the same situation, out of experience boosts. In addition to class story, completing each planetary storyline will grant a complimentary minor experience boost, which is great, but with 12 times class experience I would not recommend taking this much of a detour. Completing the bonus series missions on planets which have one, such as Alderaan, which I am about to do, grants a complimentary major experience boost, which is far more efficient in terms of time versus reward. Lord SWTOR is very well hidden inside House Thul. Normally you would not even see a mission marked on the minimap. I will leave the conversation at normal speed, watch them here while completing the missions.
But my ascension must wait. Alderaan is in a state of anarchy, and a threat greater than the Ulgo usurpers rears its head.
If you are really Sith, then any foe of House Thul is already defeated.
None of us are invincible, but we will win or die. The Killiks are stirring, legion upon legion. They've already devoured the armies of Kalnosh and Antilles. The people fear it's the Killik Black Hive, returning after a millennium underground. I'm not a superstitious man, but I know disaster when I see it.
But so far, the Killiks have been a distraction. If they're taking out entire armies...
You see why the Black Hive is different? They're the worst of the Killik broods. The lesser nests fled to the surface to escape being cannibalized by their savage kin.
Yet if his lordship turns his attention to the Killiks, the other houses will destroy Thul.
Moff Sarek and I proposed to use small strike teams against the Black Hive, and he advised you take lead. Succeed, and House Thul can focus on winning the planet. Fail, and Killiks of every size will swarm over Alderaan, and all of us will be joiners.
If I'm not leading an army, who am I going to lead?
Scientists, Imperial Xenocide teams, and another as well. Chanya Madal of the Order of Extermination has agreed to help us.
For 20 millennia, members of the Order have forsaken house ties and worldly possessions to protect us from the Killiks. During the Hive's century sleep, the Order watches and prepares. When the Hives awake, they spread fire.
They number barely a handful now. Madal has no loyalty to Thul, but she's our best hope against these monsters.
The Killiks will be dealt with. Make sure you deal with the other houses.
We are partners, then. Go to Madal and listen to her advice, but be careful what you reveal. Remember, she is not one of us.
This is what we are after Alderaan, bonus series. Note that you do not have to complete all of the missions available in the area, you only need to complete the mission listed under your objective. On Alderaan specifically you would need to complete 2 missions to receive the major experience boost.
In the swarm the flame will guide me. In hardship I will endure.
Chanya Madal? Sergei Thul sent me.
What? Of course. Allies of the Sith who would be king. On behalf of the Knights of the Order of Extermination and the Blood of Aldera, I offer my services in the war against the Killiks. Ventadia Droth, Kano Fora.
When it comes to slaying Killiks, I'm told you know more than anyone.
For 20,000 years, my order has fought the nests. We know their hibernation cycles, the secrets of their joiners. We should be advising the armies of a united planet. Instead, we're a handful against the Black Hive.
Your order has never possessed the power of the Sith. Now you are unstoppable.
I hope you're right, The last time the Black Hive emerged, it left whole cities in ruins. Its Killiks are monstrous, and their bloodlust grows with every joiner they absorb. I've been strategizing with the Imperial strike teams. They're making progress, but not enough. You should meet with them. Lead our efforts.
I'll see to the strike teams. Keep studying the nest, and let me know what you find.
Come, and I'll anoint you with the Chanmasu herbs. Whether you believe in ritual or not, the scent will discourage your foe. And be guided by the Codex Chitinus and the First Huntsman. See to the others, and I'll continue to search for weaknesses.
The mission objective instructs us to complete lethal attraction. Any other missions in the area are optional and not required to receive the complimentary experience boost.
Sergeant Namada, Bug Hunter Division. My squad came here off Colicoid duty. It's an honor to meet you.
Tell me, how does the battle proceed?
Team's supposed to contain the Killik threat, so House Thul's free to work. Fine plan, but Science Bureau has us trying out a tractor tech like this brood totem device they gave us. Lures Killiks into enemy territory.
While you're fighting Killiks, the scientists are trying to study them.
They talk to the Moth, and he gives the orders. We dropped the totem off in Killik territory, so it could synchronize pheromones. We barely survived. Now we need to move it to Organa territory for testing. We carry chitin-piercing rounds and insecticide gas. We can't fight Organa troops. But you assist, like on Balmora, this lure project might move forward.
That sounds simple enough.
Just be careful you don't lure in too many Killiks. They're not like Colicoids. They take prisoners and, well, better not to know.
This area highly disagrees with my PC. I had noticeable frame rate drops, which is not the case with pretty much any other area I have visited in the Old Republic. I have a maybe slightly above average 2-year-old PC. It is by far not what you would call an enthusiast machine. That being said, it performs well with the Old Republic generally. I am trying out Fury, don't judge. I thought it might be fun to smash stuff for a while. The decreased cooldown of quick travel makes exploring the Old Republic's galaxy so much more convenient. I believe it is possible to remove the cooldown entirely through credits or cartel coins. With my limited resources, I am very happy with 6 minutes though, compared to 30 minutes or maybe an hour last time I played. Datacrons, lore objects, GSI missions, unobtrusive travel makes them a joy to do. Killik infestation, that is a great plan. Devour the Empire's enemies, my minions. There is something extremely alluring to finding shortcuts and jumping down cliffs.
The brood totem works. It lured the Killiks to the Organa forces.
The science boys will be happy. Me, I hope it means we go back to killing aliens instead of baiting them. It's been a pleasure to see you in action. You ever need a hive extraction team or a couple tons of xenotoxic torpedoes, you give the bug hunters a call.
are viewing restricted information.
I can't track the Killiks without satellite data.
Your confession has been recorded.
This is madness. Sith, tell him. I'm not after your military secrets, but I can't fight blind.
You did nothing wrong. She needs access to Imperial data. We need her to defeat the Killiks. Am I understood?
Yes, sir. I'll give her temporary clearance.
Thank you. Come on, let's see what we got. The Black Hive is hurting from what you've done, and I think I've found one of their weaknesses. Months ago, King Ulgo became aware of the extent of the Killik threat. Instead of alerting my order, he tried to hide the problem by hiring mercenaries.
When they attacked the Killiks, the mercenaries failed. Something of a trend in Ulgo's plans.
The mercenary group was called Blood Company, run by an alien warlord who was part of the Manan atrocities, according to your files. Blood Company was absorbed by the Hive mind. They all became joiners, and their knowledge and savagery spread to the Killiks.
If Blood Company is the brain of the Hive, then let's cut off the head.
Using the Order's lore and Imperial technology, I've made a bait that should lure in the joiners if used at the right locations. I'll entrust it to you. I'd be torn apart myself, but someone has to save this world.
House Thule was wise to recruit you. You should be proud of your role in Alderaan's protection.
The credit goes to the Order, and there's still much more to do. If you can destroy the joiners, the nest will start to unravel. There's a base farther out. We should move there next. Good hunting.
I like the bridge backdrop. Fight. Overall, watching the bonus series conversations hugely reminds me of the original Dragon Age. Kilix, a young king, Sarjay Thol, the Grey Warden Shanya Medal. Maybe it's just me.
Lieutenant, Chanya Medal of the Order of Extermination sent me.
My lord, holocoms are online. We'll put you through.
This is Sergei Thule on the Eastern Front. We're dealing with another Organa attack. How do we fare against the Killiks?
Your team managed to disrupt the war mind of the Black Hive.
Is that right?
I am grateful to you. The joiners were the key, and you risked body and spirit to stop them.
That's your news on the Killiks. What about the battle for the throne?
The Republic continues to supply the enemy. It will be Thule and her allies against Organa's coalition before long, but we will prevail.
I'm tremendously grateful for all you've done. It's becoming clear that House Thule is the only house devoted to the Killiks' elimination. I'll continue advising your teams, Lord Sergei. Chanya out.
You're winning the hearts of the people. Pity she may be trouble.
She's part of a dying order, desperate for our help and recognition. I doubt she'll turn on us.
Perhaps we could discuss it another time. Wipe the remnants of the Killik forces off the planet, and watch for the other houses. The fewer the bugs, the more they'll encroach.
This is unacceptable. I sent researchers out 2-3 hours ago, and still they haven't returned. We shouldn't have to tolerate such incompetence, my lord. Makes a stomach churn. Perhaps you could assist where these indolent researchers failed. I need that relic. I need it now.
Some elaboration is required.
It holds ancient texts detailing a time when Killiks ruled Alderaan. Records of Ouroboros, the Killiks' castle lands, their rise and their fall. With the relic's information, we could potentially drive back the Killiks, or control them.
Why bother controlling the Killiks when we can slaughter them all and be done with it?
That seems a tad harsh, even if it could be done. Everything rests on the relic's recovery, and I've wasted enough time waiting on my inept researchers. Perhaps you can repair their blunder. Recover the relic?
Where do you suggest I begin?
The relic lies among ruins atop the nearby mountain. If you see my researchers, feel free to push them down the mountainside.
I always wish for a navigation feature in situations like these, optional of course, but navigating certain areas is a puzzle on its own, especially with the map not yet uncovered.
Here's the relic. I hope it contains the Killik records you expected.
Finally, it's in my hands. Our Killik experts will be thrilled. I appreciate your haste. You certainly shamed those pathetic researchers of mine, wherever they are.
Did you forget to mention that the mountain was swarming with Killiks?
Believe me, I had no idea. Perhaps the hive mind knew of the relic's importance. At any rate, they can't stop us now. Soon we'll drive the Killiks into submission. Then Alderaan will finally bow to House Thule.
Lord SWTOR.
My friend, 2 hours ago I took the head of one of Organa's generals. The battle was glorious.
You shall be our beloved king.
But only because you held the other front. How high were Killik bodies piled by the time you were through? How many joiners fell at your feet?
The swarm was endless, so was the bloodshed.
If only I could have been there.
You wished to present the message, my lord?
Yes. Our ally in the Order of Extermination passed this along.
The Black Hive has crumbled. Their Killiks are in retreat, and collapsing their tunnels should be simple. I'm sorry I can't say this in person. I'm heading out for aerial reconnaissance. But I want to recognize your efforts. In the name of the First Huntsman, by the Stone of Chianar, I pronounce you Brethren of the Order. We will remember you always.
Generous as the sentiment may be, it's time we eliminated her. She knows you, she knows Thule's secrets, and her usefulness is over.
That woman is not a threat to you. I want her left alone.
Why? Why is she even worth the risk?
Imagine what people would say if the Order of Extermination supported your bid for the throne. A group with no politics, no goals, beyond Alderaan's preservation, and they chose House Thule.
It wouldn't sway the houses, but it might sway the civilian populace.
Many of us still see the Order as heroes, my lord.
Very well. She lives. And I am again in your debt. I must return to the battlefield, but I wish you well in your travels. What you've seen here on Alderaan, it's only the start for the galaxy.
A complimentary major experience boost, what we were after. Now this video is 20 minutes long, travel is sped up though, skipping the conversations will offset that time, excluding loading times you would need 15 to 20 minutes on a level 55 or above character. With the new expansion just a couple of months away, this is a great way to prepare. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found this video useful. Please like, comment and subscribe. See you next time.